So, welcome to this Neville Goddard combination of his wisdom and the tarot wisdom. As I was moving through this book, I couldn't turn a page without finding something that spoke to my heart or mind or both. And I realized that so much of it was connected to the work that I was doing with the tarot. So I decided to combine the two and let's see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn a page, and whichever one it falls on, I'm then going to read from that. And I think we'll probably find that I can find a tarot card that really brings this to the forefront and sort of embodies the meaning of it. So here we go. Okay. This year, during the month of August, the pain had become more intense, and one night I decided to test myself and attempt to revise that ancient accident which had been the cause of so much distress in pain and costly medical fees most of my adult life. Many nights passed before I could feel myself back to the age of childhood play, but I succeeded. One night I actually felt myself on that swing, feeling the rush of wind as the swing rose higher and higher. As the swing slowed down, I jumped forward, landing solidly and easily on my feet. In the imaginal action, I ran to my mother and insisted that she come and watch what I could do. I did it again, jumping down from the swing and landing safely on my 2 feet. I repeated this imaginal act over and over until I fell asleep in the doing of it. Within 2 days, the pain in my back and hip began to recede, and within 2 months, pain no longer existed for me. A condition that had plagued me for more than 39 years, that had cost a small fortune in attempted cure, was no more. L.H. It is to the pruning shears of revision that we owe our prime fruit. Man and his past are one continuous structure. This structure contains all of the past which has been conserved and still operates below the threshold of his senses to influence the present and future of his life. The whole is carrying all of its contents with it. Any alteration of content will result in an alteration in the present and the future. The first act of correction or cure is always revise. If the past can be recreated into the present, so can the revised past. And thus the revised past appears within the very heart of her present life. Not fate, but a revised past brought her good fortune. Make results and accomplishments the crucial test of true imagination, and your confidence in the power of imagination to create reality will grow gradually from your experiments with revision, confronted by experience. Only by this process of experiment can you realize the potential power of your awakened and controlled imagination. "How much do you owe my master?" he said. 100 measures of oil. And he said to him, "Take your bill and sit down quickly and write 50. Luke 16, verses 5 and 6. This parable of the unjust steward urges us to mentally falsify the facts of life, to alter a theme already in being. By means of such imaginative falsehoods, a man acquires friends, Luke 16, verse 9. As each day falls, mentally revise the facts of life and make them conform to events well worthy of recall. Tomorrow will take up the altered pattern and go forward, until at length it is realized on the heights of attainment. So, I've read quite a lot today. I wasn't expecting to read so much. So what I'm getting from this section, taken from pages 311 and 312 of Neville Goddard's book, is the idea of the Queen. The Queen remembers and recalls, and she sits here on her throne and has the ability to create. She has deep creative life force within her. And so what we see here is this Queen of Swords, and the swords is the mental suit. So here we have this creative life force working through our thoughts, our mind. And so what she's doing is she's going back to any event in her life and reframing it, creating a story that may be untrue, but that gives a better outcome. And she lives it, eats it, repeats it, breathes it until it becomes set within her own subconscious, until at last the healing comes, the healing of the self, as we see with Neville Goddard's, the person that was writing, whoever LH was. When we see that revised edition, a revised version of him on the swing, he didn't fall and hurt himself. Instead, he jumped off it safely and securely and revised this again and again until it became so. And with our Queen of Swords energy, you can choose whatever it is in your past and go back and revisit it and rewrite it and rewire your brain. Over time, your body will respond and your mind will respond, and you will have created a different past, and more importantly, a different present and a different future. Now, this can be anything you choose. It can be around the pain of the body, but it can also be about relationships. It can be about money or a job or a life situation or something you've said to someone. Where can you, in your mind's eye, create and recreate the story for yourself? Our Queen of Swords energy is taking her power back by storytelling, the generative feminine life force of using that awakened imagination to create an outcome that rises above everything else, rises above the clouds and brings us closer to that true sense of Eden, the place where we want to be in love and in peace, in grace, in beauty, in abundance. Our Queen of Swords uses the power of her imagination to get there. So that's the first of the Neville Goddard tarot readings that I'm going to be doing. Please give me a feedback as to whether you like this new style. Let me have ask any questions you like, and feel free to comment below, because I kind of like the way these two go together. I want to see what you think. Thank you so much.